I feel so alive. I've never felt this way before. It must be you and I. It's got me thinking back.
Hi my beauties, welcome back to my channel. So today I have for you guys a holiday hair and makeup tutorial, so I hope that you guys enjoy, and let's go ahead and get started. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with my hair damp. It's pretty much a little bit air dry. So first I'm gonna grab this eSalon Get Lifted Root Lift Spray, and this is gonna give me lots of volume to my hair because I do want my hair very voluminous. And the reason why I love this product so much is because it has a body boosting polymer which lifts the roots for an increased volume. As well, it attracts and binds water for increased hydration, and it also has amino acids which supplies vital proteins to protect your hair structure, and it also has extras of sugarcane and lemon zest for a boost in natural strength and luster, as well as baboil oil, which is a vitamin rich to promote scalp health and moisture and shine. And as well, it has the Vivid Shield technology. So it's an amazing product. I highly recommend it. So I'm gonna be using this on the roots of my hair, and I'm gonna be sectioning off my hair and then applying this. After I am done spraying it, I just basically run my fingers through my hair. And I'm also going to leave links down below to any of these products that I'm using. I do have a 50% coupon code for them, so that's really nice if you guys want to get to try them out. They really are amazing products. But yeah, so once I'm done, spraying that all over my hair, now what I'm going to grab is this Get Heated Thermal Protecting Hair Mist, and this is going to be protecting our hair. That way when we are using any hot tools on our hair, it's going to really protect our hair and not damage it. But then I'm going to grab a brush. You could grab any brush, and then just basically start brushing your hair. And then after that, we're gonna start blow drying our hair. That way it's all dry. And then once it's all dry, you're gonna see you have lots of more volume. But now we're gonna grab our hot tool, and I'm using a curling one that's 1 inch. And first I'm gonna take one section and then go ahead and curl that little piece of hair. And then after it's done heating up, we're gonna go ahead and make sure we grab it in our hand, and then we're gonna get a pin or whatever you have, a bobby pin, and we're gonna make sure that we pin that way the curl stays longer there, and it starts cooling down inside like that. So now we're gonna grab a second section, and then we're gonna go ahead and curl that little piece of section, and we're not actually gonna pin this one, we're just gonna let it loose. That way the hair is kind of glamorous at the same time, but there's some sections that make it a little bit more messy. So I find that it gives me more volume like this, and it just looks nicer. And once you release the pin, you guys are gonna see like how it just starts creating that little like effect. So I'm doing this all over my entire hair. I'm grabbing one piece of section, pinning that, and then the second one I'm not gonna pin it, and I'm just gonna do keep repeating the same step over and over. So that's all you gotta do until you are done with your whole hair. And once you're done with your whole hair, we're going to run our fingers one more time throughout our whole entire, head, and you're going to see the volume start being created on its own. So I'm telling you, these products are amazing. But now I'm going to grab this eSalon Keep in Touch. It's basically a hairspray, and we're going to be spraying this on our curls. That way they stay longer. And this I love because it actually makes your hair, move the way it wants to be. It's not really stiff. And look at that volume. So yeah, that's how I create my effortless curls. But now moving on to the makeup, I'm going to start out with this primer by Dior. This is an anti-blemish matte primer, and I'm going to be applying this with my fingers all over my entire face. And I absolutely love this primer because it really moisturizes my face, but at the same time keeps it matte. But for my foundation, I'm using this one by NARS. It's the All Day Luminous Weightless Foundation, and I'm in the shade Punjab, and I'm going to be applying this with a beauty blender all over my entire face. Of course, it's foundation, right? But I absolutely have been loving and been obsessed with this foundation. At first, I didn't really like it because I was using it with a brush, but I find that this foundation works best with a beauty blender. So if you're ever thinking of purchasing this foundation, definitely recommend grab a beauty blender because it's going to be your best friend. But yeah, once you are done applying this all over your entire face, we're going to move on to concealer. And the concealer I'm using is the one from Urban Decay, and it's the Weightless it's the Naked Skin Concealer, and I'm using mine in the shade Medium Light Neutral, and I'm basically going to be covering up those under eye circles with this and keeping it as close as I can to my inner corners of my eye, and then blending it out with a beauty blender as well. And then right after that, I'm going to grab this contour and highlight stick from NYX, and I'm going to be using the contouring side of the stick, and I'm going to be contouring my face with this. So I applied this on the temples of my forehead and also the sides of my cheeks, and also I applied a little on my nose. So I'm going all out with this look since it is a very glamorous look. So yeah, basically blending this with my beauty blender as well. I find that it looks more amazing once you blend it out with your beauty blender. But now to set the under eye concealer and everything else, I'm going to be using my Laura Mercier translucent powder, and with the same beauty blender I'm going to pick up the loose powder and then just start baking with this. You want to bake, that way your makeup stays longer and stays in place all day. Then after that, we're going to move on to the brow. So I'm using the Dip Brow Pomade from Anastasia. This one is in the shade medium soft brown, I think. Something about soft and medium. But I'm filling in my brows with this. The lady that did do my brows last time did go a little bit thinner on my brows, so I'm trying to fill it in as much as possible. That way, you know, it just kind of looks the same as my other brow. But yeah, you want to just basically fill in your brows, and then after that blend it out with a spoolie. And then right after, I'm going to take a little bit of concealer. The one I'm using is from Anastasia, and it's in the shade 2.5. And I'm going to be cleaning up on the bottom of my brows. That way it just looks more clean and crisp. So I'm just using this with a little dense brush. And the one I use all the time is the Sigma F70. So I highly recommend that brush. Then after that, we're going to take another brush and we're going to sweep off whatever we did for baking. And now moving on to the eyes, I'm going to begin priming them with this primer by Smashbox. It's the 24-hour Photo Finish Shadow Primer. And I'm going to be applying this with a brush all over my entire lid. And next, taking the 35O palette by Morphe, I'm going to take this very dark brown eyeshadow and start outlining my eyes. That way I know where the cut crease is going to go. This is going to be a very soft, like diffuse cut crease. It's not going to be super sharp or anything, but you do want to outline that and then grab a lighter shade and then start blending that into your crease. That way it just kind of makes it look a little bit softer and not so sharp. But just start blending, and just keep adding more of that little light brown shade to your eye. And then to highlight right underneath the brow bone, I'm going to take the shade that's right at the corner, the very lightest one. It's a matte shade, so I'm going to be popping that right underneath my brow bone. And then obviously with the brush that we applied the light brown shade, we're going to be blending this on our crease. That way it just, you know, there's no harsh lines whatsoever. And then taking out this foiled eyeshadow by Makeup Geek, it's called Voltage. Now it might look white right now, but once you start moving it around, it looks kind of goldish, yellowish, peachy. I mean, it's a beautiful shade, and I just think it's, you know, perfect for the winter time. So I'm going to be popping this all over my entire lid, trying not to go past that line where we did our cut crease. You can blend it into your crease, that way it looks more soft, but I do want it to look like I do have an actual cut crease, so I'm trying not to go above that line. And as long as you just keep it right there underneath there, you're going to be good to go. And then for my eyeliner, I'm using this one by Sigma. It's the Wicked Gel Liner. You guys know it's my absolute favorite. It's my holy grail. I'm just going to go ahead and do a wing liner with this. And if you guys do want to learn how to do a wing liner, I will leave my tutorial down below in the description box. That way you guys can learn how to do that. But yeah, I'm only going to be doing this with the Sigma Gel Liner. And then right on top of it, I'm going to add a liquid eyeliner. You guys know I like going over it with a liquid liner. So the one I am using is that one from NYC. It's my favorite, and you know, this is what I basically do every single time I try to do my wing liner. But once you are done and perfecting your wing liner, now we're going to move on to the mascara. So I'm using this one by L'Oreal, and it's the Telescopic Black Carbon Black Mascara. And I'm going to coat my lashes, that way I can prepare my lashes for the falsies. And the falsies I am going to be using are the ones from Huda Beauty. But before I do pop them in and I'm letting them dry, I am going to move on to my bottom lash line. And I'm first going to start with the light brown shade. That way, you know, we can start smoking that lower lash line out. And then right on top of it, I'm going to be adding a black eyeliner. And the one I'm using is the one from L'Oreal, and it's the Smoldering Black Eyeliner. That way it could make it a little bit more smoky on the bottom lash line. And then going back with my brush, I'm going to start blending my lower lash line one more time. That way it just creates that smokiness. And then right after that, I did pop on my lashes, and like I said, I am using the ones from Huda Beauty lashes, and this one is in the style Scarlet. They're my absolute favorite, and you guys already know that. So I'm just popping those on, trying to, you know, perfect them. And I also do have a tutorial on how to put on fake lashes, so if you guys want to see that, I'll have it linked down below as well. But now to finish off the eyes, I will add a little bit of mascara to my bottom lashes. That way they just, finishes the whole look and it brings it all together. I love adding mascara to my bottom lashes. I just feel like it makes the eyes pop even more. But now moving on to our face, I'm going to take this Lorac Pro Contour Kit, and I'm taking the light contour shade, and I'm going to set wherever we applied that cream contour. So it's basically, adding it right on top, and I am using this brush from Sigma. That's my absolute favorite at the moment. Like, I cannot stop using it. I believe it's the F23. I swear everybody needs this in their life. But now for my blush, I'm taking this Morphe blush palette. It's the 9B palette, and I'm taking this very light peachy shade and popping this right on top of my contour. And then of course you want to grab a stippling brush and then start blending everything out. That way it looks very soft and not super harsh or anything. And you cannot forget about your highlighter. So this one is from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and it's in the color So Hollywood, and I swear this one is like the perfect shade. It's like a gold shade, so I'm just obsessed with these highlighters. But yeah, I'm popping this wherever I want to, add some highlight, and then again blending it out a little bit. And then for my lips, I am going to be using a liquid lipstick, but this one is from Gerard Cosmetics, so it's a little bit more hydrating, and this one is in the color Ruby Slipper, so it's just like a perfect dark red color. And then right after that, I'm gonna go ahead and set my whole makeup, that way it lasts all day. And I am using this one from L'Oreal, that's the Infallible Pro Setting Spray, and I'm just gonna go ahead and spray that all over my entire face, let it dry a little bit, and then with that we are all done with this holiday hair and makeup. I hope that you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, don't forget to give me a huge thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel if you haven't. And with that, my loves, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I love you guys, and I'll see you guys all in my next video. Bye. Mwah.